Hi friends, welcome to Living the Ancestral Way with Abena. Today we'll be learning how to make masa. Masa is a delicious West African treat. It's either made with rice or millet, and today we're making it with millet. Absolutely a delicious treat. This is it, what it looks like. Yummy. It's crunchy on the outside and soft in the inside. Come along with me and Sister Ya will be showing us how to make masa right here. Today, we will be making masa. Masa is a delicious sweet treat made with millet or rice. It's often described as a pancake donut. It's thick, deep fried, crispy on the outside and doughy on the inside. Masa has deep roots among the Hausa people. It's typically consumed in countries with a large Hausa settlement, such as Nigeria, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Chad, and Ghana. We are starting the day at the market. Here, we will be purchasing millet. We are at the Tongo market in the Upper East region of Ghana. To make masa the traditional way, you need millet or rice, cooking oil, and sugar. It takes about 3 days to wash, soak, mill, ferment, and deep fry the masa. The millet grain is one of the most important crops in West Africa. Millet remains a major source of nutrition for many communities. It's an important source of iron, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. The African continent is rich in the abundance of grains. The continent has its own millet, rice, sorghum, teff, fonio, and other cereals. The heritage of food here has fed people generation after generation. Meet Sister Ya, a native of Tongo, a farmer and an expert in making masa. Masa is an additional source of income for Sister Ya and other women who prepare this traditional food for sale. Tongo is located in the Upper East region, just 15 minutes from Bolgatanga. It's known for its shrines, festivals, and the beautiful arrangement of rocks on the Tongo hills. The traditional way of preparing masa would take about 3 days to make. The preparation time, though, depends on how each ethnic group makes their very own. This is day 1. We are back from the market, and the first step is to wash the millet to remove any minor stones and to also get any dirt off, since the millet is sold openly at the market. Millet is naturally gluten-free. It's rich in vitamin A, vitamin B, minerals, and amino acids. Millet is quite easy to digest. It's rich in antioxidants, high in food energy, can contribute to weight loss, and it's a great source of iron. It's the rainy season, and as a farmer, Sister Ya tells me that she's growing millet, groundnut, sorghum, and bambara beans. These crops are mainly for her household consumption. They will be dried, stored, and consumed for most of the dry season ahead. There are three kinds of millet that grows on the African continent: finger millet, Guinea millet, and pearl millet. Finger millet is typically consumed in East Africa, while pearl millet is popular in West Africa. I was told there are two varieties of pearl millet. The early millet is harvested after 3 months, and the late millet is harvested after 6 months. After washing the millet, we rinsed it several times to make sure that it's completely clean and ready to be soaked overnight. Here, Sister Ya adds fresh water to the millet and covers it to soak. This entire process can take about an hour to 2 hours depending on the amount of millet that will be used to make the masa. It's day 2. The millet grains have soaked overnight and they are ready to be milled. The mill is an important part of village life. It's needed to grind staple foods into fine flour. Traditionally, a mortar and a pestle would have taken a much longer time to process a grain into powder, but the mill can do this in just minutes. The millet grains purchased from the market on day 1 was split into 2. A large portion was washed, soaked, and now has been milled into millet flour. The second half will be washed and cleaned in the same manner and then boiled. Once the millet grains are boiled, they will be thoroughly mixed into the millet flour. Here, Sister Ya is mixing the millet flour with water to make a paste. This paste has to be very smooth and the consistency has to be thick. Once the cooked millet grains are ready, they will be added and mixed into this paste. As Sister Ya mixes the millet flour and the millet grains, she beats the dough with her hand to ensure that it's mixed thoroughly and properly for overnight fermentation. Fermented foods are popular in West Africa. Fermentation improves the digestibility of the grain. It's excellent for building healthy gut bacteria and increases the nutritional value of the food. Millet will naturally pick up a sourdough culture after just 2 days. The art of making masa was spread across West Africa by the Hausa people. The Hausa tribe comes from the Sahel region. They dwell in the northern part of Nigeria, the southern part of Niger down to Lake Chad, and there's also a large Hausa community in Ghana, Benin, and Cameroon. Beating the paste takes a lot of handwork. When the paste is ready, Sister Ya will cover it and keep it overnight to be fried the next day into the delicious masa. It's day 3 and the final day to actually deep fry the millet dough to make masa. Shea butter is typically used as the preferred cooking oil. It has numerous health benefits. It contains monounsaturated fat, which can help reduce cholesterol and lower the risk of heart disease and stroke. In northern Ghana, cooking with shea butter is a generational craft. The masa fries pretty quickly in the shea butter oil. It comes out like a thick pancake, and it has this sweet and savory taste. It's crunchy around the edges, soft and delicious on the inside. Masa tastes so good, it's hard to get enough of it. For me, masa is the story of the movement of Hausa people across West Africa. Masa is also the story of how fermented foods made from indigenous grains have fed people for hundreds of years. But it's also the story of the versatility of indigenous grains into delicious snacks. Thank you for joining me today, and welcome to Living the Ancestral Way with Abena.